City, the smartest people, the biggest ideas.
Ignatius Loyola, he's the founder of the Jesuit order and is reputed to have said, "Give me a child before he is 7 and he is mine for life." Our first speaker of this, our second day, arguably has turned that idea on his head. Give me a Jesuit, and I'll make him a child for life. Anyways, Robert Munsher is an internationally known child author. Those of you who don't have kids, I'm among them, may not know him all that well, but at 30 million volumes sold, he's right up there in the pantheon with the Margaret Atwoods and the Jan Martells, and I'm going to invite him up on stage now so you'll understand why. There he is, Robert Munsher.
So in 1994, I get this call from Manitoba saying, I'm 84. I get this call from Manitoba saying, "Hey, you've done these kids' books. Would you like to do a tour of northern Manitoba? All expenses paid." I said, that sounds like a really neat idea. So I get this letter, it lists all the towns, and there's not one Indian community on it. I think that's weird. I thought there were like native people in northern Manitoba. So I call back the librarian in Winnipeg and I say, "Hey, what about this? I thought there were like Indians in Manitoba." "Yeah, but they're federal people and we don't do them." So that's like different people. So I said, like, but I'm going to be up there, you know? And I know there's Indians up there because these reservations have been writing me, so stick me in, like if I'm in some town and it's near an Indian community, stick me in the Indian community. Which is how, after I did a show at the library in La Paz, the second grade teacher came across the bridge from the reserve, picked me up, takes me back, and I'm going to tell a story at the reserve, you know, going to talk to kids there. So I sit down, and there's these chairs, and first of all, about 30 big guys come in, no kids. I think, hey, this is neat. I never had adults like me, wow. They take their chairs and face the back wall. I think, holy shit. What happened? Three kids come. I do stories for 3 kids, but I'm in such a panic. I function well when I'm in a panic, and I make up a new story there that eventually became a book. But it's all done. The kids go, and the second grade teacher comes up and says, I really have to explain. Maybe you don't. And 3 of these big monstrous guys come up and say, "We'll tell them." And they take me out, and we get in one gets in the front of a pickup truck, and I get in the back of it with two of them, and it's a blizzard, and we go back across the river, and we don't turn back towards town, we head north towards the Arctic Circle. And I said, I've seen this in gangster movies. What happens? And they go up the road, and it starts to snow, and they turn in a dirt road, and I think, holy shit, this really is the gangster movie. We get out, they walk with me into the woods, okay? And I'm thinking, this is where I dig the hole, you know? And one of the guys kneels down and pats the snow and says, right here, 14 years ago is where Betty was stabbed 51 times with a screwdriver by somebody from the PATH, the town that sponsored you, the library that sponsored you. And everybody in town knows who did it, and nobody will talk, and that's why we turned our chairs to the back wall. And he says to me, "What do you think about that?" Now, I'm thinking, what, 15 years ago? I'm thinking, these guys must be nuts. I'm thinking they're totally nutshit batzos, you know? And I say, my God, that's horrible. But I really think they're crazy, because it's like 15 years. I can go off, there's one unsolved murder 15 years, but you know, it's like, that's 15 years ago. And here they're freaking out still. So I play along with them, anything to get out of that woods. 3 weeks later, I'm driving in Ontario, the Mounties break the case. They say on the radio, in La Paz, Manitoba, are arrested 4 people for the screwdriver murder of Betty, what was her last name? Betty Osborne, 15 years ago. I stopped. It's like I got hit in the gut, okay? I feel like I spit on this kid's grave. Like, here they're giving it to me. This is what happened, you know? This is what really happened, you know? And I was right there, and I didn't believe him. Damn, I didn't believe him. So I call up northern Manitoba. I call up a library in the library in Thompson, and I say, I'm going to do a free tour of Indian communities in northern Manitoba. Will you please set it up, just airplanes, anything you want, I'll do it. So I did. And I kept doing stuff like that, and things happened. Like, I had this book. I was doing a show in Montreal, and a little kid came and sat in the front row. And she had this weird dress on, had ribbons around the shoulders. So when she ran, like there was ribbons going out behind her. It was really neat. So, I made up a story about it that eventually became a book. But I didn't know the kid was from the Ganawake Mohawk Reserve across the river, and that a ribbon dress is what you wear when you're a Mohawk and you get dressed up. You get married in ribbon dresses still, a lot of Mohawks. Anyway, I go visit the family to take pictures and all, and I stay there for a couple of days. And the mother says, you know, we had a lot of trouble here with during the Oka thing. Jillian, who's the kid in the book, she said, we got trapped here in Ganawake. We couldn't get out. The army was all around. And finally, they say we can get out. And so we go out in this convoy. And we get across the river, and we get trapped in this on the other side by a mob. And the police are standing in lines, and the mob starts throwing rocks at us. And Jillian almost gets killed because I'm holding her, and a concrete block comes right through the windshield and goes right past the kids and cuts and smashes my husband's arm. And she says to me, that's when I knew I wasn't Canadian. And I like this country. Just like, what do you say? Oh no, it's really a nice place. So some wonderful things happen. A lady asked me to come to do a show at the Akwesasne Reserve in Cornwall, and these kids there, like when you sign books for Mohawk kids, you're in trouble because they have like 26-letter names. I learned always start way on this side of the book because it's going to go over one page and across, and otherwise you're doing all kinds of parentheses. It's okay to do one hyphen, but like 4 in the same name, no good. Anyway, she has this little baby, and the baby has this long name, and it's like, you know, Tiniakate wate ta ta ta. And I say, what's that mean? And catch this. This is what her baby's name means. Like it's a very dark day, and you're walking in the woods, and it's springtime, and there's one white lily, and a ray of sunshine lights that white lily, and how you feel is that name. It's like, wow. My name's Bob. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Yeah, that part. You know, the part everybody likes, we changed it. So I've been doing this for years and years and years and making a point of visiting Native communities. Oh, here's, you know, I'm in this fly-in reserve in northern Ontario. And after I'm done telling stories and going out hunting Canada geese taste very good, by the way. We are missing it down here. We have reintroduced them, and now they're crapping up all our golf courses, and we won't eat them. We need to hire people from northern Ontario. They know what to do with Canada geese when there's too many of them. Anyway, so after we're done eating the goose, 3 kids come to the front. They're kids about 11 and 12, and they knock on the door. We want to see Bob Bunch. So I come in and I say, we're going to take you on a tour. I say, oh, what's up? Says, well, we're going to take you down to the cemetery and show all our friends who died from suicide drinking. And so I said, what's that? He said, you know, you drink till you die. You start drinking and you drink till you die. And I think they don't do this in Guelph. These are kids, they're showing me their 14-year-old friends who are dead from starting to drink and drinking till they died. And like if Martians came here and said, we have this great stuff, you're going to like it, but it's going to kill you 20% of you right away because you're going to start drinking it. And then it's going to kill another 40% of you long. Like that's what alcohol is for Indians. Like if you're from Italy, like 2,000 years ago, all the people who died from alcohol started dying very slowly, and we all forget it. But when you put it into a culture really fast, pow! Lots of people die fast. It's suicide drinking. It's lots of fun. Have a drink. This is why about 2 years ago, when the lady from Akwesasne called me up and said, hey, we want to do Mohawk books. Can we do Mohawk books? And what I said was, yes. Now, the reason I said yes was I already had like the first full-color Canadian children's book published in Inuktitut, Eskimo language. But when it went out of print down there, like they don't have it up there, okay? Because they don't produce it locally. So when she said, hey, can we do Love You Forever in Mohawk? I said yes. And I called up the publisher, says, guess what I just did? But see, I didn't do anything that hurt the publisher because it's Mohawk rights, 23,000 people. There's not going to be a commercial children's book in Mohawk or Ojibwe or Cree or Slavey or any of those languages. There's not going to be a commercial book. You have trouble getting commercial books in Iceland because there's not enough people to justify the print run. So I say, do it. Do whatever you want. So 3 months later, I get this in the mail. They'd done a real back office edition. They scanned it, not very badly, so it was all grainy, and put it together and stapled it. And in technical terms, you'd say, boy, they really blew it. They loved it. They made it themselves. It became a best hit Mohawk bestseller. They burned out one printer and had to buy another. They are happy as clams. Then they called me up and said, oh, by the way, we put it on CD too. And I said, oh, you did, that's nice, you know? Yeah. And you know that part in the book where the mother says, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Yeah, that part, you know, the part everybody likes, we changed it. It wasn't Mohawk enough, so we stuck in a Mohawk lullaby, which I tried to have the Japanese publisher do. Then Japan, they changed the pictures. And I said, you gotta put in a Japanese lullaby. No, sir, we respect your text. You're Japanese. You know what goes in there for a lullaby. Don't use mine. But but the Mohawks were smart. They stuck in a Mohawk lullaby. 3 weeks ago, I went back because they came out with the ribbon story in Mohawk. Same deal, did it in the back room, burn out another printer, selling like hotcakes. And they say, oh, by the way, we did a DVD too. It's selling really well. Sometimes you got to think outside the box, and wonderful things can happen. See, what I'm doing is like foreign aid. I give them a key that then they can then generate their own stuff and actually have a little economy, and they're selling it on their own. Whereas if I say, here's $10 million and here's the copy of the book, and we have and the $10 million makes the book. You don't make the book. This way, they made the book. And they changed the story around, so it becomes a mix, and it's just wonderful. So I was looking at this DVD. Could you run the DVD over there? Yes, techie guy. Yes, yo, tech. High tech. Low tech. No tech.
When you hear the rattle, you will turn the page. The mother is rocking the baby, and she is singing. The Creator has sent you, and now it is time for you to live. Thank you that you are living. Little baby, forever I will love you. You must respect yourself, and you must journey a good path. You must respect our mother, the earth. He grew, and he grew, and he grew. He ran in a house, he dirtied the house, and he hollered. And sometimes his mother would say, pretty soon, this little boy is going to drive me crazy. But when it became dark outside and the little boy is sleeping, she would go into his bedroom, and she would sing. The Creator has sent you, and now it is time that you should live. Thank you, because you are living. Little baby, forever I shall love you. You must respect yourself, and you must walk or journey a good path. You must respect our mother, the earth. He grew, and he grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he became 9 years old. He doesn't want to come in the house
He doesn't want to eat.
Jahtelele ahadawa.
He doesn't want to bathe.
So agelas nelo ni
And
stahawa ilo.
sometime his mother would
What's the
say,
happen wala wali at the
pretty soon
gigalaksa?
this little boy is going to drive me crazy.
Nek ginono de giogalas na
But when it
atste.
became dark outside,
Lo ni staha
his
yung
mother
dawaya de
would go
gilano
in
wetsta.
to his bedroom
Yung delanoda.
and she would sing to him, "The Creator has sent you, and now it is time that you should live. Thank you, because you are living. Little baby, I will love you forever. You must respect yourself, and you must walk a beautiful journey, a beautiful path. You must respect our mother, the earth."
Wahadehialo, tana wahadehialo,
He
tana
grew,
wahadehialo.
and he grew.
Wahadehialo, geniole,
He grew
wahanegohtelunda
until he
ne.
became a fine-looking
Oya ni
young
hadia
guy.
dodas ne, konadala sua,
But his
tana oya
friends
zet
looked
snio,
funny.
ne la tselunya.
They dressed funny.
Oya zet snio, ne kalana sua.
Even the songs they listened to was awkward
So
and
agelas
funny.
na lo ni stahawa ilo.
And
What's
sometimes
the
his
happen
mother
wala
would
wali
say,
the gigalaksa?
"Pretty soon this young kid is going to drive me crazy."
Nek ginono de giogalas
But
ne
when it
atste,
became
tana lodas ne
nighttime
laksa.
and he
Lo
is
ni staha
sleeping,
yung dawaya de.
she would go into his bedroom
Tano yung delanoda.
and she would sing to him, "The Creator has sent you, and it is time that you should live. Thank you, because you are living. Little baby, forever I shall love you. You must respect yourself, and you must walk or journey a good path. You must respect our mother, the earth." He grew, and he grew, and he grew, until he became a man. And then he bought a house, and he moved over there. But sometimes, when it became dark outside, his mother would get in a car, and she would ride over there to his house. By his house, there were stairs, and she would go up there and go into his house, into his bedroom, and she would even pick him up, and she would sing, "The Creator sent you. It is time that you should live. Thank you, because you are living. Little baby, forever I shall love you. You must respect yourself, and you must journey a good journey. You must respect our mother, the earth." And so his mother became older and older and older. And her son, she called him, and she said, "My son, can you come over? Because I am so sick." So that man, her son, went to see his mother. And when he went in, she began to sing, "Creator sent you here." But she couldn't finish. She was too sick. So the man picked his mother up and he sang to her, "The Creator sent you, and now it is time for you to rest. Thank you for your life. Mother, forever I shall love you." And when he went back to his house, he kept quiet for quite a while, and he thought about things. And then he went into his daughter's bedroom, and he picked her up, And he said, the Creator sent you. And now it is time that you should have a life. Thank you, because you are living. Little baby, forever I shall love you. You must respect yourself, and you will journey a beautiful journey or path. You must always respect our mother, the earth.
Now, the English narrator was reading the Mohawk text and putting it back into English. He wasn't reading my English text. He was translating the Mohawk back, which makes it really different. Now, all I did was say yes 2 years ago, okay? And the yes wasn't a normal market model, okay? I said, in this case, market forces don't work. You got to get outside the market forces and put it in a foreign aid model. And that happened. That's better than my original story, damn it. Sometimes you got to think outside the box, and wonderful things can happen. And last week I got this call, from an Ojibwe. How come you gave rights to those cigarette smuggling Mohawks? Why not? It's working. I bet the Crees are next. Because I'm giving free rights to any Native group in Canada that wants to use them. And wow, it works. Thanks.
Get the latest Idealist news, presenter information, and watch streaming video at www.ideacityonline.com.